So we have another Karen that's very upset. You know, a lot of times as black people, we have to deal with all the rules, all the regulations. We have to follow that. But not Karen. She feels that her and her family don't have to follow rules. And then when they enact the rules on Karen, you know, she gets pissed off. Case in point, this video that we about to show you. But I want you to hear exactly what she's so mad about. But let's roll that clip.
My other son is snorkeling. And the dogs are in the water, and my son is in the shade, and then these police come, and they come, just back off, and they come directly up to my son sitting in the shade on a rock, watching his dog in the water, and this lady over here says to me, maybe you're a tourist and you need to be quarantined. And then this officer arrests my son because it's against the law, he says, to sit on the beach in the shade and watch your dog run in the water. That's what's going on, America. Are you happy? Are you happy? When is everybody going to stand up? And yeah, I'm fucking pissed. And yeah, I'm yelling at them. And yeah, I'm telling them this is unconstitutional because this is wrong. This is wrong.
So you heard what she's mad about. First and foremost, we are in the time of a pandemic. And a lot of times they won't let nobody on the beach. So why do you think you're so special? And then you're talking about your son sitting out there and the dog. Say, always the dog. I mean, the dog is the most important thing to people like her, is the dog. So obviously they have some rules out there that told you guys not to go out there. They just don't go start messing with you. But you know what? They mess with black people all the time. I'm talking about social distancing and gathering. We see a lot of videos in New York. So now when they enforce, you know, the rules on you, all of a sudden it's a problem. You know, there's a lot of black men and young boys has been arrested as of recent, you know, due to this social distancing. And now they're getting at you, and it's a problem talking about, you know, unconstitutional. Well, it's unconstitutional for black folks, but you don't say nothing about that at all. And then when they told her about quarantining because you look like a tourist, they were saying this video actually was out of Hawaii. So that's why they told her that, of course, she looked like a tourist. I mean, that's not the places where she normally would hang out at, right? The people in Hawaii a little bit darker than her for sure. But she pissed off. I mean, she is royally pissed off. Now, how dare you enforce the rules? How dare you arrest my son? He can't be out there with the dog and getting some sun. Well, you know what? Get the sun at your house. How about that? That's the rules for right now. Now, in certain states, they're opening up. But right now, you may not be able to go over there. Go to a state that's opened up, like Florida, or you possibly can come to Texas or whatever. And I'm not advocating for you to come, Karen. I mean, unless you come, the better. But I'll say go to Florida if you want to. I don't know. But in Hawaii, that's the rules right now. You can't do that, and they're going to follow them. Stop breaking the law, Karen. You know, if you actually just do what people tell you to do, maybe you wouldn't have these problems. Why are you making the police job so hard? They have a hard job. And a little bit they ask you to do, you can't do it, Karen? No, that's not right. You know, back to blue. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Karen and her. She pissed off because her son can't be out there on the beach with the dog. Now that's the only thing you need to be upset about right now. It's a lot of people that don't even have a job. They can't even know what they're going to do with paying their bills. Some of these courts are now starting to let landlords back to evicting people. And she mad about a beach. Boy, I tell you, that's what privilege do for you.